All right, fair use, fair use. Disclaimer: it's your brother Wild Rum. You're back at another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Waha, Rakah, Kodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, a great millstone who taught me his truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord. You see on the highways and byways, prophesied in the name and power of Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, also the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah by their faith. Got another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. As you see, a Rothschild family member shares an ominous warning. And it's just four simple words: the end is near. And we don't need them to tell us anything. We already know the end is near, and that's for him, Esau Edom. So, got a couple of videos I want to hit because DT, as the apostles say, he's got to be the man. Because the pride and arrogancy of this man, this Edomite, shows you that this man is the end of Esau's world, man. And the elites, who we just showed you the family, is using this guy to bring it all down. And he is the perfect guy to do it. Now, his tongue is the poison that's ripping his own allies away from him, man. Now check this out.
We have some major breaking news. Donald Trump just told The Telegraph that he is strongly considering pulling the United States out of NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and has been a long alliance that the United States has been a part of. Now, obviously, Donald Trump is considering removing the United States from what he calls a, quote, paper tiger, because he says that the treaty is, quote, beyond recognition. And this is the strongest sign yet that Trump is not regarding Europe as a reliable partner. I believe this is because of them rejecting his request to help them reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Obviously, this is going to be a major problem for the United States and a major problem for the world, because NATO is really what's protecting Ukraine right now. It could cause some major problems for Ukraine, too. It's not going to be good if he goes through with this.
So there you have it, man. The NATO allies are being pretty much stripped from them by the Spirit of the Lord, man. And it's the Spirit of the Lord. We're seeing this happen in real time because the scriptures say that they will turn and hate the whore. Let me hit that real quick in Revelation 6:17. Revelation 17 and 16. Just hit that real quick because we know that this man is fulfilling prophecy on all levels, man. He is fulfilling prophecies. It was Revelation 17 and verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire." And that's plain as you can, man, get it. Because this man is the reason why all these allies are basically wanting to be stripped away. Them and the small hats. Now, let me get this one first. I want you to play this right here. And look how they spent all this money and and gave it to DT and backed all the things he wanted to do in the Middle East and all this. And look how he speaks to him, man.
He didn't think he'd be kissing my ass. He really didn't. He thought he'd be just another American president that was a loser, where the country was going downhill. But now he has to be nice to me. You tell him he better be nice to me. He's got to be. But it was really something
And when I first seen that video, I thought it was AI. I said, man, ain't no way he gonna speak to these people like that. But that ain't AI. That's real deal. That's real deal video, man. That he said in a speech. He said he got to kiss his ass. I ain't never heard no president speak like that, especially against somebody that's supposed to be his ally. You got bases and everything over there. They done all bought all type of military equipment from you, spent all type of money, investments been made with you. And he spoke to him like that, man. And that goes to show you that, man, these nations are not wanting to join this man anymore, man. As you're going to see here.
To make it crystal clear, this war is a catastrophe for the world's economies. The impact is absolutely evident already now after a little bit more than 2 weeks. The closure of the Hormuz Strait has an impact for all the region in the Indo-Pacific, including Australia. So this is a real impact. And at the same time, the European partners and Germany as well highlighted from the beginning on, we have not been consulted before. Nobody asked us before. It's not our war. And therefore, we don't want to get sucked into that war, to make it crystal clear. And what we need is now a diplomatic solution as soon as possible. We need end of shooting and killing. And that is addressed to US, of course, but mainly to Iran, which is attacking its partners in the region.
So you have it. They don't want to get sucked into the war. And that's a major ally to them, man. That's Germany. So they don't want to get sucked into the war, man. They're ready to stop it, man, because it's crushing their economies, man. Now, this is as you see, Germany's AFD co-chair is calling Germany to expel U.S. troops. So they want the troops away to be sent away from Germany, man. And he's speaking in German. I'm gonna see if I can pause it and read the captions.
Die Straße von Hormuz bekommen wir nicht mit der
He
Marine.
said we cannot clear the Straits of Hormuz with the Navy. And see, DT think that everything is based on military might. But see, this thing has to be diplomatically sorted out, man. You can't go in there with your military might and think that the nations are going to bow down because you think that you have the greatest arm and the greatest power. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that, man. And they know it. His allies know it, but they didn't have any plan to this, man. They thought there was going to be a cakewalk going here and taking out the Persian army, and everybody else is going to pretty much bow down to them. They done stuck their foot, their hand in some shit, man.
Wir dürfen unsere Soldaten
They said we must not send our soldiers there to be used as target practice either.
auch nicht dort als Zielscheibe servieren. Und deswegen
And that is why it is right that we do not take part in this, dear friends.
ist es richtig, dass wir uns daran nicht beteiligen, liebe Freunde. Schiffe mit
However, ships carrying Spanish goods are permitted to pass through the strait.
spanischen Gittern dürfen die Straße allerdings passieren. Warum dürfen die Spanier
Why are the Spanish allowed through there?
dürfen die Spanier dort durch? Weil
Because Spain closing its bases to the Iran war. See, Spain is able to get their goods through the Straits of Hormuz because they're not allowing the Americans to strike from their airspace or their bases. This is what he's telling his people, man. The Germans.
seine Basen für den Iran-Krieg sperrt. Und genau das
And that is exactly the right approach. See, they're turning on Babylon the Great, man.
ist richtig. Spanien mischt sich in diesen
Spain is simply not getting involved in this war. See, those 10 horns that's on the back of the beast, they're turning on them. That's what we just read.
Krieg nicht ein. Und deshalb fangen wir an, wie es in unserem
He says that's why we are beginning, as it also states in our party platform.
Programm auch steht. Fangen wir an, auch das
We are beginning to put this into action as well. See,
umzusetzen,
they're turning all the way on Babylon the Great.
den Abzug der US-Truppen aus Deutschland, liebe Freunde.
With the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Germany, dear friends, that's a big, 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 big blow to Babylon the Great, man. That's a big blow, man. That's not a light thing, man. Not only that, let me get back to this. All right, let me see. Because not only that, let me see. These other nations are starting to join the war. These are the nations are starting to join the war on the Iranian side. I had one more I want to bring out. It was one with Saudi Arabia. There you go. Let me bring these up. Saudi Arabians bin Salman has terminated the defense agreement with the U.S. following insults from America and has entered into defense pact with Europe without informing the U.S. They're turning their backs on Babylon the Great, man. And this is why it's not going to seem far-fetched for them to turn and hate the whore. Now, these other nations that are in NATO, which is Turkey, is one of the, I think it's the second or the biggest army in NATO. Since breaking, Turkey warns the possibility of entering the war alongside Iran. Iran may soon gain a major ally. Turkey proposes the second largest army in NATO. See, they're the second largest army in NATO after the United States. So that's a big army, man, to fight the U.S. And right here, breaking, Chechen President Ramazan says he is ready to provide Iran with all his weapons and support. See, this is World War III, man. And this shows you that all these nations are going to turn on Babylon the Great and the small hats, man. He says he even stated that he is ready to go to Iran today and fight to repel any potential U.S.-Israeli ground operation. See? And they're Muslims as well, man. What is this one? The same thing with Turkey standing with Iran, man. So this is solidifying what's going to happen. It says an attack by the United States and Israel, an attack by two madmen. See, they're speaking bad about the leader of Babylon, and which is DT, and Nahu. It says one madman named Trump and the other madman named Yahoo. See, look at this. Trump is a pharaoh, and Nahu today's Fahar. I don't even know who he's speaking about. I have to look that up. And Iran is standing up to this Fahar and this pharaoh. We stand with Iran. We together with Iran, the Muslim countries. Iran is our neighbor, a country we've had no problems with since the agreement they had. I can't pronounce some Islamic words, but you see it, man. These nations are getting together, man, and this is what's going to this is going to happen, man. It's going to turn, and they're going to hate the whore, man. They're going to turn and destroy Babylon the Great, man. Now you see here, this is the president of Canada calls Israel's invasion of Lebanon an illegal invasion. We condemn it. Let's play this, man. This is heavy.
It's an illegal invasion it's an invasion of Lebanon. It's a violation of their territorial sovereignty, integrity, and sovereignty. So we condemn it.
So they condemning the small hats, man. And that's one of Babylon's major allies, man. So these two nations that the scriptures foretold are going to be utterly wasted, man. And you're seeing all the nations of the earth joining together to come against them. Now, here in Babylon the Great, it shows you that it's a division amongst these Edomites, man. Let's see if I can get it back for it to play. Let me see. So I can get that to play. If it don't, just move on, man. Here's some scriptures, man, because the information is out there. There you go.
Here's the problem. The strait was open before the war began. We are now seeking to solve a problem that we created. This is insanity.
See? Goes to show you, man, there's no wise man in teaming. Man, the scriptures are amazing, man. Everything we've been taught by the apostles, the elders, a great millstone on down, is coming to pass right before our eyes, man. It can't be denied. If anybody thinks Babylon has years to rule, is doomed. And I mean, it's none more as you can explain to them or show them. They're meant to be destroyed, man. This is James 3 and verse 6. It says, the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. And see, Esau, these Edomites are so prideful. They don't think that they speak the way they speak is they think the way they speak is power. They think the way they speak is going to cause other nations to bow down to them because they've been ruling for so long. They think that they're going to rule forever, man. The scriptures clearly tell us that, man. This man think he's going to rule forever, but he don't understand and know that his time is running out, man. His time is running short. It says the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defieth the whole body. See, what he's done is defied the whole body of his nation, man, the Edomites. Because it's going to cause all these Edomites over in Babylon the Great to be destroyed, man. See, DT is controlling the fate of his own people, man. Not in a sense biblically, but the way they run things, man. You see that they cause the other his own allies to turn against him, man, just by him speaking. It says, and sitteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beast, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things in the sea is tamed, and have been tamed of mankind. See, the beast's been tamed, but the tongue can no man tame. See, the tongue no man can tame. So that's why Hegseth and DT go on the news and speak boldly against their own allies, man, against all the nations, not knowing that is going to cause him to be destroyed, man. It says it is an unruly evil. See, an unruly evil full of deadly poison. See, it's deadly poison, man. That tongue, man, whew, it's deadly, man. New Living Translation says, but no one can tame the tongue. It is restless and evil, full of deadly poison. And that's what's, man, that poison is seeped out, man. And every nation is starting to see that this man is a demon, man. He's causing the whole earth to be flipped upside down, man. That's that poison is just sucked out. Now everybody's feeling it. As a German said, man, they fucked up the whole economy, man. They don't fucked up the world economy, man. And it's not going to go back. What he's done, the damage he's done is going to take years to get back in order, man. This is Romans 3 and verse 13. It says, their throat is an open sepulcher. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asp is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the way of peace have they not known. And that's plain, man. We know who we're speaking about, man, but we lose this scripture right here for shows you that how Esau is, man. It describes Esau, man, to the T. It says, there is no fear of power before his eyes. And that's how it clearly shows you that it's talking about Esau, man. There's no fear of the Lord before their eyes, man. Now, they think that, they said, it was saying earlier last month that the war is to bring back Jesus, they were saying. So, but they don't have the fear of the Lord in their eyes. It's not in their eyes, man. That's far beyond their thoughts, the Lord. They want to we're going to conquer this country. We just take their oil. We'll just take their island, not knowing its consequences, man. Not knowing those nations are ready to fight to the very end, man, to the last person on the planet. That's how they look at the last person on their land. I ain't gonna say the planet, but that's how they think about it, man. Now, Babylon has become a paper tiger, man. Because everything they have, all the weaponry and all that stuff, man, them people don't care nothing about that, man. They don't care about the technology and the weapons they have. They're fighting for their lives, man, their country, man. This is Psalms 140 and verse 1. It says, Deliver me, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischief in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. See, the men of the Lord want to be gathered away from Esau, man. Because this man is all he's about is war, man. He's going to send a lot of men and women over to that place, the children over to Iran, Persia, to be destroyed, man. It says, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Salah, see? They speak that poison, man. It's in them, man. You're not going to be able to change an Edomite to think that he's not the way that his nature is, man. That's why Assad and Akkad, they're on the losing side, man. Their mission is lost, man, because the Lord is not going to honor what they're teaching, man, because it's false. It's not according to the scriptures, man. This is Psalms 10 and verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Everything that DT gets on the television say is a lie, man. People can easily fact check this, man. And they were saying they're making a deal, knowing that they weren't talking to nobody. Because they kept telling, Iran kept saying, y'all ain't talking to nobody. Who y'all talking to? He talking to himself. This man is going down, man. Quick. Verse 6 again, Psalm 10:6, it says, he have said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. And that's plain, man. That's the reason why he speaks pridefully against his own allies. He called his allies cowards, man. DT did. So he doesn't care about allies, man. We don't need them. We can control them. We can handle it. He says his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Plain, man. Plain. Everything he's planning to do and doing is in vain. This is Psalm 64, starting verse 7. It says, but power shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. See, it's going to happen suddenly, man. Now, DT got he has a speech he's going to bring out tonight, which is the Passover starts tonight at sundown. And he got a speech. And a lot of things happen after the Passover, man. This is very spiritual that we've been blessed to be involved with, man. Because this Passover, we send up the curses and the blessings for the hopeful elect and the curses on our enemies. This is showing you that the Lord is about to make major moves, man. Because we're clearly at the time of World War III. And this speech that DT is going to bring out about leaving NATO is going to solidify the destruction of Babylon the Great, man. For anyone that's on the fence that don't know and understand that this is the end. It says, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of power, for they shall wisely consider of his doings. See, you're going to wisely consider of the Lord's doings, and you're going to see that this is the hand of the Lord, man, that's going to be shaken over Babylon the Great. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and shall trust in him. And that's plain, man. This Passover is showing you that we're trusting in the Lord, man. You believe and having faith in the Lord, man. It says, and all the upright in heart shall glory. All the upright in heart shall glory, man. Because the Lord showed us that he's letting him destroy his own self, man. Just by his mouth. Proverbs 12:3, it says, a man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. And let me get this in the NLT, man. Wickedness never brings stability, but godly have deep roots. Good news translation. Wickedness does not give security. See, he think he's secure because he's way over here, over the pond, they would say. secure from the missiles, the drones. But it's soon to come here, man, because his own allies is turning on him, man. He says, but righteous people stand firm. And that's plain, man. We're standing firm in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. We're standing firm. Let me get this real quick. Let me hit a couple more and I end it. Let me get this. Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18 and verse 7, it says, a fool's mouth is his destruction. See, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul, man. So the destruction is coming upon the Edomites, man. And you have your leader, the MAGA coat, your leader is leading you to destruction, man. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snares of his soul, man. That's a trap, man. And mouth is a trap. He has sunk himself in a trap that he made. A fool, it's like the mouth, New Living Translation, it says, the mouths of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves in their lips, with their lips. And that's what he's doing. He's made a trap. He can't get out of Persia without putting in land troops on the ground, because his mouth, man, spoke something that he couldn't cash, man. It would say, you write a check your ass can't cash. Exactly what he did, man. Good News Translation says, when a fool speaks, he is ruining himself. He gets caught in the trap of his own words. And that's what he's done, man. He's been trapped in his own words, man. This is right here, Proverbs 6 and 2. It says, if you have been trapped by your words of your lips, ensnared by the words of your mouth. And your mouth can get you in a lot of trouble, man. And that's what DT did, man. His mouth and got Babylon in a lot of trouble, man. Proverbs 15:2, it says, the tongue of the wise commends knowledge, but the mouth of fools spout of folly. And that's all he's done, man. That's all he's done. One more. Even a fool is considered wise if he keeps silent and discerneth when he holds his tongue. And it goes to show you the Lord is making Esau the lips to fall upon himself, because he can't hold his tongue, man. He can't hold back what he wants to say. It has to come out, man. It ain't only about the war, but everything he's done, man. The Lord has forced him to spew it out of his mouth, man. He can't hold it in. Last one, this is Psalm 7. This is Psalm 7 in verse 15. He made a pit and digged it. See, he made a pit and digged it, and is falling into a ditch which he made. And that's what he's done, man. He put a ditch. He dug a ditch for Babylon the Great. Now he can't get out of it, man. He cannot get out of it. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. I will praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushua according to his righteousness, and I will sing praises in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Most High. So Lord, when it was that, if I'm in it there, Shalom. Shalom.